Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make some absolutely beautiful and very easy winter spiced apple turnovers. And all you're going to need is 2 large apples, 25 grams of butter, 1 teaspoon of lemon or lime zest, 75 grams of golden sugar or brown sugar, 3 tablespoons of milk, 1 teaspoon of a spice, I am using nutmeg and cinnamon, 3 tablespoons of white sugar, and 1 packet 375 grams of ready rolled, ready-made puff pastry. All I've done is I've already peeled my apples and I'm just cutting those into small pieces. I've added those pieces to a large pan with the butter, and over a medium heat I'm just going to add in the rest of my ingredients and I'm just going to stir it. The first thing that I'm adding is 1 teaspoon of water. This is just cold tap water. I'm also adding my spices. I've got 1 teaspoon of cinnamon and just a tiny bit of nutmeg, and I've also got 1 teaspoon of freshly grated lemon zest. And if you grate that zest over your apples, you'll get some of that lemon oil as well, which is just really lovely. And I've also got my golden sugar, but you can use light brown sugar instead if that's all you've got. You want to give this a good stir over the heat. That water is going to mean that you've got some liquid, and you're also going to get excess liquid from the apples, which gives you a really beautiful sauce. So all of your apples are going to turn a really nice brown colour, and you want to stir this over heat for about 10 minutes. I've taken out my pastry, I've rolled it out, I left it out for 20 minutes just for it to be easier to work with, and I'm cutting off the edges and then using a non-serrated knife or a pizza cutter. You just want to cut that into 6. I've allowed my apple mixture to cool, and now I'm just adding it to my pastry. You don't want to overfill these, so be really careful of that, and you don't want to get too much juice, so just try and fish out the apple but not add too much of the sauce to your pastry, because what will happen is as it cooks it will seep out of the edges. To help these stick, I'm just using a small pastry brush and some of my milk, and I'm just adding it to 2 corners of the pastry, and that's just going to help these stick when you pull the pastry over the apples. It's really simple to make these, so all you need to do is pull over the top corner of your pastry to the bottom so that you're creating a triangular shape, and then using either your finger or a fork you just want to seal the corners so that the apple and those juices don't escape whilst it's in the oven, and make sure that you poke a hole in the top so that the steam can escape. I've transferred these onto a non-stick baking sheet, and I'm just going to brush this with milk, but you could use beaten egg instead if you want to. Be really generous with this, make sure that you cover the entire thing, and then you want to sprinkle it with about 1 teaspoon of granulated white sugar. You're going to pop these into a preheated oven at 200 degrees for around about 20 minutes, but keep an eye on them because they can burn quite quickly, so maybe check them at about 17-18 minutes just to make sure that they're on track. Once they're done, you can take them out of the oven, and you want to put them onto a wired rack for about 10 minutes before you serve, and then sprinkle them with icing sugar. I really hope that you've enjoyed this recipe. If you have, please leave a comment below and please thumbs up, and I hope that you subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.